Hi everyone, welcome to Your Main OT. My name's Amanda, and today we're going to talk about 10 plus ways to use plastic straws. So I got this container at the dollar store, so it's a super cheap option, and it may be something that's just laying around your house right now that you didn't even know you had. I know this I had bought just because I think we were having a party or something and I thought people may want straws. And the next thing I know, I've got 180 straws that weren't used. So we're going to use them a little bit more creatively today. So one of the classic ways people can think about using straws is using them to help increase our respiratory strength, helping kids build the oral muscles that help them eat and feed. So a great way to do that is to practice blowing items across the table. So a pom-pom or a piece of paper even. And it's a good way to help them learn how to direct their breath, as well as try to slow down their breathing. You could also have them do a little race in the water with a cup and have them try to blow the cup across the water as fast as they can. You could set this up in the bathtub and have them try to blow the cup the length of the bathtub. If you have a couple of kids, you can see who can get the cup to get across fastest. Lots of different ways you can do it. This is just a little plastic medicine cup I have. You could use something like this or even a foam cup as long as it floats. As I said before, the straw is a good way to help build up those oral muscles. So you could also have the kid work on sucking up different textures of liquids. So it may be that they try water, then a fruit punch, then maybe like a milkshake or a smoothie, so that then they're able to feel the different textures of the liquids as well as the pressure that they need to put in order to suck the liquid through the straw. Another good strengthening one. Like I said before, you can take and use it to help blow items across the table. You could even do it across the floor. So if you have a scooter board, you could have them lay on their stomach and have to blow a pom-pom or a piece of paper across the line. If you don't have a scooter board, maybe they have to try to bear crawl, so they have to try to maintain their balance, which is going to help with the proximal stability of the shoulder. It's going to help with the core muscles as well as the respiratory muscles. You could place a skewer into foam or a plate or whatever you have and have them practice threading the straw onto the skewer. It's a really good visual motor integration skill, fine motor precision. They really have to focus and pay attention to be able to find the top. And it's a really easy one that you can grade. You could have different size skewers. You could color the tips of the skewers and say, okay, this is a red piece of straw, so it has to go on the red skewer. You could also do some more threading by having the child put straw onto a string. This is another great visual motor integration skill, bilateral coordination to be able to hold the straw and thread it through. And you can grade this activity by the size of your straw. So the longer your piece of straw is going to be, the harder it is to get the string through. But if it's just little small pieces, they can thread it easier. Of course, you can grade the size of the string, and you can use different textures of string as well. My personal favorite is this sensory bin of straws. So it makes a really great sound as you drop it into like a Pyrex dish. Like I said before, this was $1, and I only cut up maybe 25 straws so far for this container. So it's a really cheap and easy sensory bin. You can also have the kid work on their cutting skills. So using the straw, having them use the scissors, it creates nice resistance. And it's just another way to help them strengthen those fingers. You could hide different objects in the sensory bin. I think I might actually take this to the outpatient facility when we get back because it's quite fun and I like the feeling of it a lot. You could also make like a maze for marbles. So you can take the straw and put them out and create a maze. You could also have them do the breathing again, pushing the pom-pom through using a straw. So maybe they have to try to make the pom-pom go all the way through the maze just by using the straw. You could set up an obstacle course. So like jump over the red one or twist around the blue one. You could use it as a scavenger hunt, lots of different things. So this one's a red one. So you could say jump over the red one. You could have the kid color on the straw so it's a little bit easier to see. You could have the kid make a little football goal post. So you can have them make this out of, this was just 2 straws. I kind of crimped one end to be able to stick it into the other straw, and then another piece of straw I just taped on so that then they could do paper football and they have to try to score it through the uprights. So it's another great folding task for kids to make a paper football, and then they can practice flicking to try to get the football through the goalposts. It's a great one if you've got a kid that really enjoys sports or football. It'll entertain them for quite a while. And last but not least, you can use the straws to work on forming different shapes, different letters. So for example, this straw is going to be the letter E. So all I did was fold it down, held it here, so I just bent it, and then I grabbed another piece that I cut, and I made the letter E. So you could have the kid glue these onto paper, practice manipulating the straws. So going, okay, what other letter could I make? Oh, maybe I could make letter V or letter L, lots of different things. So there you go, guys, 10+ ways to use straws to help your kiddos learn lots of different skills. So if you have any comments, questions, or ideas, feel free to comment below, and I'll see you next week, hopefully with a brand new, fresh idea. See you then.